What's good, everybody? It's your boy. Um, let's talk. I saw two shows tonight. One Gotham and one is The Flash. Flash is a crossover episode, notorious once a year, once a season. Crossover with Arrow happened tonight. That aside, I want to talk Gotham. Gotham, what the fuck? Um, they killed Gallivan off. That shit happened in the I want to say mid-season finale, like actual, because how they do, they break a season in half for the actual season being fall season, mid-season, and then they do like a spring season. Although I don't know how they do it with Fox. I know they do that over at the CW. Anyway, a lot was going on. You saw Nigma and Penguin's relationship, they get closer. They brought Jim in now. Jim knows they're together. He doesn't know the extent of Nigma, though. He doesn't know Nigma's been killing people. Um, you saw Bullock was brought in on it. Alfred was brought in on it. Um, Basically, everybody at this point was brought in on the whole Nigma and Penguin are now working together. They just don't know to what extent. That part is going to be interesting to watch when they find out that Nigma is killing people. Um, the way they did the whole setup with the, courtship of owls, which I still think that was the court of owls, the version 1.0, if you will, or 0.01, or whatever you want to call it. The first run of owls, I guess you would say, was entertaining. Although the old dude seemed like they wanted to give him some kind of flying power, if you will, like the way he leaped up, sort of like a kung fu movie, kind of. That was kind of corny. I will say with Gotham and them not having superpowers, but just kind of a spin-off of metahuman-ish type of thing, gives them the edge to not be as cliche or as corny as Arrow or The Flash. So in that, it's a little bit better. That's in my opinion. What the fuck, man? The goddamn electricity is spazzing at my house. I swear to God. The power just spazzed in my house for some reason. And I don't know why it's doing that, but it's been doing it here recently for no fucking reason. Huh. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Amazingly, the PS4 wasn't affected. Amazingly, for the first time, it wasn't affected. Anyway, back to what I was saying on Gotham. We saw Bruce finally, get caught up with the courtship of owls for the first time, and they were actually going to sacrifice him this episode. That didn't happen. Gallahan or Gallivan or whatever they were calling him saw what happens when you put a 13-year-old who is going through it with hormones actually, in the situation with dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with love and everything. That's a tough thing to be able to pull that shit off at that age. So regardless of how he was feeling about that, not everybody can do that. And he was like, this is some bullshit. Then his sister like knocked him, what I like to call, the fuck out, because she had enough of his bullshit. He threatened her in a whole nother episode, telling her he was gonna kill her. She was already on point, and he was like, I've had enough of your bullshit. And she just finally was like, you know what, bitch, bam, knock you the fuck out. You don't talk to this kid like that. So obviously she's got lines she won't cross, and obviously it's family. And being that that's her niece, she's like, no, you're not talking to my niece like that, bitch. And knocked him clear the fuck out and left him there to die. Which, by the end of this episode, we saw he actually died. Penguin got creative and shoved an umbrella down his throat. That, I applaud that shit. That's just Penguin said, oh, creative as shit. That was funny. We heard more riddles. I don't know if they're gonna nickname him the Riddler or not. By the way, what did you think about that little twist ending with a freeze gun? I thought it was gonna be Firefly again, but they had a freeze gun. I was thinking Victor Freeze, that's way too soon. And there's been no mention of Victor in this. No mention of Nora. And we saw Fish. Fish is in a thing. She's in like a containment thing. I don't even know the right word for this, but we saw her. I don't know if she's alive. I don't know why she would be in one of those things if she wasn't. But apparently at the oh, for Christ's sakes, the damn place they showed earlier in the season, um, funded by Wayne Enterprises, and we saw a glimpse of it. They were talking about the woman in black and how it could be Catwoman's mom and da 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 da. And I'm like, I don't think that's who that is. Um, anyway, there Fish Mooney was. Probably alive, just unconscious. Obviously they're experimenting on people. No idea what their plan is with who I've been talking about this whole time. Sorry, his name eludes me now that I've said it twice, and it's kind of difficult to say anyway. But no idea what their plan is with him. After they opened up the bag and you saw the umbrella shoved down his throat, and they were like, "That's odd," and you're just like, "Well, that's Penguin's MO." And it was hilarious to see Penguin going crazy with that baseball bat on. Oh, Calivan. Why I couldn't think of his name. But it was funny to see that. And he was like, "This is for my mom." And Gordon, you just saw him like go completely dark. I mean, it wasn't but a second, but it was incredible to say the least to see him just go dark like that. But man, it was good. It was a really good episode. Um, I really enjoyed that entire episode of Gotham. I'm so glad that that was Gotham. And Gotham is incredible for a TV show. So we're going to switch up gears now. Now that I've done talk Gotham for about 8 minutes. Let's talk what happened on The Flash. I'm going to cover both these in one video, and I normally split them in two, but let's talk Flash, because Flash was just as good, being that it was the crossover episode and they're doing it again tomorrow. We got Hot Girl, and we got the Kickstarter, and I don't know why they're doing the Kickstarter this early for Heroes of Tomorrow. And this, the 1st of December, when it's gonna start almost towards the end of next month. Oh man, we got Hot Girl. Hot Girl finally appeared in The Flash. I've been waiting on the Shark Guy to come back in The Flash, to be honest with you. That Shark Guy is fucking insane. And they've only been teasing him in the starts of The Flash now. But the rookie, the partner, if you will, to Barry's, I guess, foster dad, found out that Wells is back, if you say back, and she has no idea about multiple universe, Earth 2. She doesn't know any of this. She follows Wells and gets into Star Labs and holds him up and shoots him. Like, she's not paying, she's doing the cop thing, but instead of questioning as a cop should, she itchy trigger finger pulls the trigger, shoots him, and then in walks, one of Barry's, I guess, sidekicks, if you will. It says, "Oh my God, what did you do? Call so and so and get him here. Do not call 911. Call and get him here." Once he's there, he tells her to leave. Just get the hell out of there. Vamos, you've already fucked up too much. This is not what needs to happen. You don't know what's going on. You only think you do. You're fascinated with this, but if you understand what's really going on, you're gonna get more confused than helpful. Meanwhile, while this is going on, Earth 2's Flash is so anti-Harrison Wells that they created a super speed drug, or what I like to call super cocaine, because basically it makes you go quicker. and he found out about it. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He don't want Barry to have nothing to do with it. But they're like, this is gonna help him defeat Zoom, who I really wish they'd show more of, because if that's gonna be Flash's like evil guy, sort of like Damien Dark on the Arrow, they need more of him involved. Because the more they show less of him, the more I'm convinced that it's gonna be Harrison Wells Earth 2. You can voice your opinion down in the comments about that if you want to, but that's just my opinion. However, he has this whole thing about the whole, super cocaine drug experiment. He called, what was it? He called it something .6, and anyway, he was like, I don't want nothing to do with it. Well, after Harrison Wells gets shot, he takes it just so he can take the bullet out and Wells can be fine without dying. Meanwhile, Barry is over there in Star City with Arrow trying to help protect a girl who has no idea that she's Hot Girl. The only one who knows she's even Hot Girl is Cisco, aka what do you call it? Vibe? I still think that's a dumbass name. Because he's like kissed her 3 or 4 times. And by the way, the jokes between Team Arrow and Team Flash, which by the way, teams, I don't get it, but whatever, I'll go with it for this fucking sake of the video, was great. You had Felicity being Felicity, and you had Cisco being Cisco, and the mixing up and clashing with being stupid and funny at the same time. Great. I love when they do that. However, oh my god, when she finally jumped off and got her wings and came back up, I knew who that was before she got her wing. I was like, oh my god, it's Hot Girl. Finally we get like a huge character. And when they like displayed her, I was like, this is amazing. We're getting a huge character. Captain Atom is huge, but he kind of looks like Iron Man, only downgraded. Hot Girl is big, like huge. Captain Atom is big in his own way too. And if you saw the preview tonight, or sneak preview, if you will, of Heroes of Tomorrow, they are combining a lot of heroes for the show, and it's like almost kind of like Avengers meeting television. Live action Avengers meets television, and this could be big. Although I wish they'd come back with a Constantine, being that Constantine on Arrow was insanely good. The show was incredible. I had a feeling the guy who was the bad guy tonight was gonna be the main villain of Heroes of Tomorrow. I just really wish that it wasn't. I mean, they already have Damien Dark. There's no reason to keep having, Savage, the immortal Savage, seriously. There was no reason they had to bring him so early. Like, now they're gonna have to introduce, the Legion, the Legion of Doom. They're gonna have to introduce that, because that is the founder of the Legion of Doom. I mean, they came like this close to saying the Justice League's name on Flash already, so eventually this is gonna happen. There's no way it's not. If it doesn't happen on the small screen, then on the big screen, this is gonna happen. There's no chance it's not, okay? I don't know why they didn't let him say the Justice League on the Flash when it said you're one of the founders of, but it's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen. What else happened on the Flash that was incredible? That staff was insane. That shit was crazy. And the fact that Barry even gave props to Arrow for the fact that he deals with shit that's outside of metahumans, dealing with, magic and otherworldly shit. Like, look, I deal with metahumans, but, fucking Oliver, he deals with, like, demonic shit, magic shit. He knows a guy like Constantine. How the fuck would Barry even know that? You know what I mean? It's not like he's known Oliver his entire life, but he already knew this. It's, there was some shit I was like, how do you know that fucking type of shit? How do you know that? Barry definitely was like, there's a lot of changes going on this shit, and it's looking pretty good. And honestly, it is a good look. I totally like it. And I'm still not 100% sure who's going to end up in that grave. And according to a lot of sites and a lot of rumors going around, they're gonna bring back Roy, which if they do bring him back, which I'm hoping they do, fuck, is he gonna end up in that coffin? You know what I mean? I really hope he doesn't. But if they do, he could end up in that coffin. And I understand why they brought back Sarah now, because she's on Heroes of Tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? Anyway, this has been an episode of just yammering about straight up Gotham and The Flash. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here, cause not tomorrow, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be after midnight of tomorrow when I get to see Arrow, the second episode of Flash and Arrow's crossover episode, and can make the video where we talk about that. So I'll see y'all then, and remember, the unboxing of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or Xenoblade Chronicles X or Xenoblade Chronicles Cross, whatever you're calling it, will be posted Friday. It'll be before no, it'll be after I go to work, because I have to go pick it up, go to work, come home, and then do it then. But it'll be posted up definitely Friday, which today I went and paid it off. And I will see y'all to make the Arrow video. I'll see you then, man. Deuces.